Hey guys, I can't wait to welcome back to some more Resident Evil 5. In the last episode, we beat Albert Wesker, and we beat the main campaign of the story. And now, we are going to be moving on to the extra content DLC, which has a few of them. But first, we are going to jump into Lost in Nightmares, because this takes place before the events of 5 that we saw in the flashback. So it's going to start, we're going to play normal mode.
Accepted that mission in the hopes of uncovering some info that would lead us to Wesker. Chris to HQ, come in. We're at the target's location. Copy that, Chris. Move in and procure the target. Roger that.
What can you tell us about the area?
The satellite scan isn't showing anything out of the ordinary, but regardless, you should expect the unexpected.
Understood.
Let's move.
Nice little something up there. We might want to press this. Perfect.
Some men down. Judging by their wounds, it looks like they were physically assaulted. I figure they're probably Spencer security. Lord only knows what killed them. Roger that. Leading this mission wouldn't be a cakewalk. Use extreme caution.
Alright, let's explore around here. It looks like pages from a diary. Some entries are missing. May 9th, 1998. Played poker tonight with Scott and Alias from security and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating. That scumbag. May 10th, 1998. One of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla to me. Scott said there'd be an accident in the basement lab. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep, even on holidays. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing this damn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and it feels itchy all over. May 16th, 1998. A rumor is going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell's happening to me? May 19th, 1998. Fever, gone, but itchy. Today hungry, and eat doggy food. That is just disgusting. 4 dash dash itchy. Tasty. There's a note stuck between the last few pages. Password 3. I don't think there's anything else up here. We can just go. Oh! Right here. Right in my face. I'll go on the lower level.
Chris, I'm in a dining room. Well, looky here. I found a weapon I can use. Kind of takes you back, doesn't it?
Raccoon City? Fortunately, yeah. That's where all this started.
Hard to believe that was 8 years ago. Guess I am getting older.
You're not the only one.
I got the door open.
Nice. Now let's investigate. Patrick Memoirs number 1. For a time it appeared as if Master Spencer would recover from his former health, but fate was not so kind, and now he confines himself to his study for days on end. It has been ages since I have seen him take his meals in the dining hall. I have endeavored to prepare his meals to his liking, and I bring them every day to his study. Unfortunately, he lacks the strength to eat anything but soup and other liquids. I cannot recall a time in the history of this household where the situation was as dire as now. In generations past, the Spencer estate was the nexus for only the most well-to-do European societies. Not only a skeleton staff remains to look after a man who keeps himself in virtual seclusion at one of his many residences. My family has been in the Spencer household service since the time of his great-grandfather. This rapid state of decline would have been unimaginable even just one generation prior. I remember fondly the days of my youth, but that seems like a lifetime ago now. It was about 50 years ago, back when my father was the head butler of the household. At that time, I was learning his duties in preparation to succeed him, and there was always some chore or errand that would keep me running around the house. I remember how Lord Ashford, another aristocrat from a storied family, and one of Master Spencer's schoolmates, Dr. Marcus, would find refuge from the summer heat at this villa. My father and I would accompany them and do our utmost to see that they wanted for nothing. Perhaps because I was the youngest person there, they would take to teasing me, though more often than not they would treat me as one of them. I remember the time Lord Ashford gave me my first taste of brandy. It was on the second floor of the dining hall behind the stone statues lining the room. I will never forget the mellifluous scent when he opened the bottle. But those cherished times are only memories now. Lord Ashford, Dr. Marcus, and of course my father have all already passed on. Only Master Spencer remains, and I'm afraid his days may be few. When Master Spencer dies, it will mark the end of his illustrious family, as well as my family's service to his. For now, I can only wait for the inevitable. There's a note stuck between the last few pages. Password number 1. Ah, what are you doing, Joe? I guess we can look around here, see what else there is. Oh, okay. She took the herb instead. I didn't even see that. Patrick Memoirs 2. I cannot stop thinking about the screams of those poor souls imprisoned in the basement. I administered the virus to all of them as per Master Spencer's instructions 1 week ago. Whatever they've become now, they are no longer human. I have assisted with multiple experiments at Master Spencer's behest. I do not know of what use a simple butler not schooled in the sciences such as myself can be, but I should be proud that the Master trusts me with his important work. He usually has nothing but contempt or distrust for those around him. However, I cannot help but feel a disconnect between how I think I should feel and my actual mental state. On the one hand, I am filled with the joy at the chance to assist the Master in any way I can. On the other, I feel as if I'm losing a bit of my soul with each experiment I assist with. The only way I can preserve my mental faculties is by taking time off, or by trying to divorce myself from all emotion. Whichever the case, I must act and not question the Master. Duty and honor, that is what is at stake. For generations, my family has been in loyal service to the Spencer household. I will not betray my duties, and I will serve Master Spencer until the end. I have dedicated my life to serving him, and there is no turning my back on that. It is time to check on the test subjects and report on their current condition to Master Spencer. I will carry out my duties, and I will do so honorably.
Give me an herb.
Take this.
Awesome. We have a full heal now. It says Piano Sonata number 14.
Jill.
Roger.
Picked up the Centaur emblem. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. It's locked. Maybe Jill might get it open.
Jill.
Okay. Okay, it's open.
Okay, but first let's go explore over in this direction. And see what's in here. A new gun. I'll take that. Heat sensitive paper. Oh, what is making that noise? Oh. Nice. Freaking bats. Burn paper. Picked up password 2. Alright, let's head back to the room that she picklocked. Patrick's Memoirs 3. I've been in Master Spencer's employ for the majority of my adult life. As of late, however, I find his actions to be inscrutable. For example, he has taken every possible precaution to conceal his whereabouts from the outside world. For what reason, I do not know. Then one day he asked me to find a certain man and make him aware of the Master's whereabouts. I do not know why he would go to such lengths to contact this man, but perhaps he wanted to see if someone could find him. The man in question is one Mr. Albert Wesker, a name I have not heard in quite a long time. I only met him once, and that was over 10 years ago. I am ashamed to admit that I cannot recall his face, because as head butler it is my job to remember people. The reason, I believe, is because of his eyes. Those cold, unfeeling eyes that completely overshadowed his other features. At any rate, I have endeavored to get the information into Wesker's hands without letting on that it was Master Spencer's desire that he have that information. I know of a certain unscrupulous individual who could put the information on the streets for the right price. He is the kind that does not care who he talks to. What made the individual I found of such importance is that he is in the employ of a female spy who has regular dealings with Wesker. Wait, is he talking about Ada? Because that sounds very familiar to Ada. I paid this man. I forgot if his name was Roberto or Ricardo. More than he deserved, and gave him the bare minimum of information necessary to fulfill Master Spencer's wishes. I dutifully carried out Master Spencer's directions to the letter. It was at this point that the situation took an even more cryptic turn. The Master, he let me go, but I do not know why. I asked him for a reason, the only time I have ever questioned him, but he responded with only silence. I do not know what to do now. I am filled with a sense of loss. Everything I have ever known is gone. I dedicated my entire life to serving the Spencer household, and now that book has been forcibly closed for no apparent reason. The only ones who remain will be those untrustworthy security guards and the people in prison below the premises. I truly doubt the guard's ability to attend to all of the Master Spencer's needs. Could it be that he plans on dying? No. He is not that type of man. He would not want to leave all of his affairs in such an unfinished state. Master Spencer must have some grand machinations at work that are beyond my ability to comprehend. At any rate, I can only obey his wishes and take my leave. I'll be loyal until the end, even if it breaks my heart to do so. There's another file here. It looks to be a list of test subjects. 1. Hans. 2. Felicia. Marco. Jonah. Irma. Ken. Laura. William. Hero. Derek. Miles. Alex. Albert. The number of candidates have been limited to the 13 individuals listed above. What? Spencer's Mansion's Memoirs 1. I, Oswald E. Spencer, founder of Umbrella, as well as its chief executive officer, hereby proclaim myself as ruler of all mankind. Everyone shall prostrate themselves before me as they once did for the ancient false gods. At least, that was what my destiny should have been. But I did not become a god. I could not sever my ties to my own weak humanity. Instead, my body is being destroyed by this damned disease, the disease of age. It has carved wrinkles in my face like a well-weathered canyon. and my arms are like the thin, withered branches of a dying tree. Age has even deprived me of the use of my legs, the only chance I'll ever have of becoming a god and shaping humanity's destiny is to stop this disease from continuing to ravage my body. I believe there's a saying about realizing the joys of life when one is at death's doorstep. Sayings like that are for the weak who are going to die. They attempt to mask their fears with pithy aphorisms. Mortals can't comprehend what life means for those who death is not a concern. The ignorant are fond of making generalizations to include those who would not be party to their pedantic musings. I will undo this unjust travesty done to me by time, and I will present myself as the perfect being that will rule over mankind. I will give them a new set of commandments to govern their lives. All that remains is to find the key to eternal life. The virus manufactured by Umbrella is that key. It suppresses telomere shortening, which negates the function that limits self-division. Somewhere in that process is the key to immortality. If the process could be perfected, that key would be mine. I have the means available to me. I can realize my ambitions thanks to Alex. I lost much in human capital following Umbrella's bankruptcy, but I still have Alex, the best and brightest of them all, and the last of my children. I have faith that if anyone can find a cure for the ailment of time that keeps me from assuming my role as the head of mankind, it is Alex. Alex will find a way. You're delusional. Spencer's Memoirs 2. I've done everything Alex has asked me. Alex's integrity far suppresses those of normal people. We wait for the appropriate time, gather the necessary materials, and Alex continues to keep the operation running smoothly. Most children are held back by the limits of their own intellect, but not so with Alex. I never witnessed anyone so adept at absorbing the talents of others simply by observing them. I could not be more pleased. Alex displays superior qualities to everyone else. I've provided everything Alex and the other researchers would need to conduct their research. Unlimited funding, top-of-the-line equipment, research materials, and an endless supply of test subjects. The only thing wanting is time. They will conduct their research on an isolated island in the South Seas that is home to an abandoned military installation from a nearby country. Alex has already gone there with a group of research assistants, research materials, and hundreds of test subjects. I waited in earnest for good tidings of their research. Instead, I received only a phone call a month later asking me to send more test subjects. How was it possible that they had gone through hundreds of test subjects in only a month? As my frustration rose, Alex attempted to reassure me. You'll be pleased to hear that all experiments are running smoothly. And so I continued to wait. It's locked from the inside. Good. Good. Sorry about that, Jill. Now let's go see what's in there that was so important before you got crushed. She just can't stop almost becoming a Jill sandwich. Where was the thing? There was a logo. think I have an idea of where that goes. Down here. In this thing. Oh, good. Everything good? Nothing down here that we need to worry about. Checkpoint. It's only checkpoints. Why not a save point? Well, anyway, guys, get a bit for us up. So here in the next episode, we are going to move forward into this section and see. Maybe we'll complete this DLC within the next couple episodes or so, because this seems like a really short DLC. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.